The first notion I had of Blake 7 was actually not even knowing what it was called. I think I've got in my mind, I call it Blake 77. I don't know where the other 7 came in, but however, it was up on our board in the visual effects office as a new series, new science fiction series. And I was a new designer then, just been made up from assistant, and Ian Scoons had started on the series and discovered that it was actually becoming too much for one designer. And so could somebody else come onto it? And so I was chosen, or I volunteered, I can't really remember now. So I came onto this strange new series, Blake 7. I suppose I've always had an interest with the factual side of spacecraft, astronautics, rocketry and things like that. And when I worked for television news, it was at a time, this will date me, it was a time when BBC 2 was just in colour, BBC 1 was just about to go into colour, and they worked on the logic that everything had to be in colour. Bad colour was preferable to good black and white. And so all pictures had to be colour. And as I said, I worked in the photo library, and we had a lot of photographs of spacecraft in colour, but a number of particularly Soviet ones, and some American as well. They were still black and white, or they were drawings. And so I sort of developed up this habit of going home at night, unpaid, making a model of the object, Apollo or whatever, Cosmos, photographing it with very relatively crude 35mm camera, taking it in the following day, processing the film. We'd use it on the news that night. I think my record was 15 pictures in one news broadcast, which was Apollo 12. And because I've had this interest in spacecraft, I suppose I try and adapt the models to actually suit a fantasy scenario. I mean, just for an example, if we take one of my favourites, which is the Atlas shuttle from Blake 7. Okay, it's purely fictional, but I've tried to sort of have some sort of logic. It's got a front, a middle, and an end. You know, the front has got the crew compartment, the end's got the engines. Slightly cliched, I know, but people do expect to see a spaceship that looks like a spaceship on the screen. If you try and be too way out, you're in danger of actually losing the whole idea of what the image is supposed to be in the first place. Models that still survive actually do get used every now and again, more as a joke than anything else, I think. This is the London. Any Blake fan will know this one. Still got the name on the side even. Which I reused recently in Space Vets, which is I call it a junior Red Dwarf actually, because it's done in the same sort of way, but done for children's television. And they wanted a prison ship, so I thought, well, we still got the London. The London was a prison ship, so it was never named, but those who know will actually know that. For Deliverance, we reused the shape of a model, although made a new model. It was actually the shape that arrived in Time Squad. For the full-size piece of scenery, they used the same one and repainted it.
It's a rocket launch pad.
What do you make of it?
I'm not sure.
Philip, take a look round.
This is the specification. It's fast but short range. It has a life support capability of about 100 space hours.
Wait for me.
This particular model was made from fiberglass. A mould was taken. Plastic was used as well. It means that we can also fit the power pack for the little miniature explosion charge there.
The explosion registered 1.3. Disturbance peaked at 115.
We had probes on the front, which could always get bent. And we flew the whole lot on wires on occasion because it fell off the wires. This actually ejected 2 pods. This is one of the original solid wood pods. These ones were purposely made solid because we actually dropped them out the the roof of the model stage towards camera, filming very, very fast. So you had the impression of these two escape pods falling towards you, towards the planet. To clear up the rumours that often run around Lake Severn, this is the remains of the original Liberator, and as you can see, it is genuinely the remains, as it was at the end of season 3, with the gun still on it. It was actually disassembled to build the commercial kit of it, which I suppose that's the only example we've got of a Liberator being in full skies now.